Welcome back to the third lecture of theories of seepage. So in the last lectures, we completed the subsurface failures, which is the uplift pressure and the piping or undermining failure. Now in this lecture, I will discuss with you the theories. There are a number of theories. We will discuss the three famous theories: the Bly's-Creep theory, and the second one is the Lane's theory, and the third is Kosla's theory. And Kosla's is the most modern theory, which is used in designing the hydraulic structures. So now in today's class, it will be all about Bly's-Creep theory. So first, Bly gave his theory in order to in order to find the seepage head below the flow. In order to find seepage head below the flow. So if one has to find the seepage head at a particular point below the flow, that would be dealt with the Bly-Creep theory. Now there are certain assumptions which were put forward by the Bly. Now in order to understand this theory fully. Here the Bly-Creep theory. Here the creep signifies the flow. The flow. The flow is of the water. When the I will just explain you the diagrammatically here. So when the water that's percolating below the surface. So this is our subsurface, and this is our ground surface, and this is our the ground surface above. Now when this water that will percolate below the surface, it will follow the base profile of the flow. Let's just say this is our upstream sheet pile wall, upstream sheet pile wall, and this is our these two are our intermediate sheet pile walls, and this is our downstream sheet pile wall, right? Now, so this is the first assumption. When the water that will percolate below the subsurface will follow the base profile of the flow. So we're gonna write this down. So the first assumption, the water percolating through the subsurface creeps along the base profile of the impervious flow. So this is the first assumption of Bly's-Creep theory. Now moving on to the second assumption of Bly's-Creep theory, which says that the head loss per unit length, which is the hydraulic gradient. All right, the head loss per unit length will be constant throughout the length. So this is the second assumption of the Bly's-Creep theory. First we will write it down, then I will explain you this. The head loss per unit length of creep, which is also called as hydraulic gradient is constant throughout the length of creep or flow. So this was the this is the second assumption of Bly's creep theory. And he said that the head loss per unit length will be same throughout. But even though we know that that's not true, we will later understand this in the course laws theory. But this was the second assumption that at any point, whether let's just say we're taking a point here, here the point x at point x, the head loss will be same. The head loss at this point, the head loss at this point, the head loss at this point, head loss per unit length will be same everywhere. So this was the second assumption of the Bly creep theory. Now moving forward to the third assumption, there is no difference between horizontal and vertical creep. So, so this is our base profile, right? First, I will tell you what about the creep length. Let's just say creep length is LC. As in the first assumption, we read that the percolating water will follow the base profile and the flow. So here it will percolate from the outer side of the upper stream sheet pile wall, then will go to the inner side of the upper stream sheet pile wall. That will follow the horizontal flow, then to the second pile, then to the third pile, then to the fourth pile. So like this, the R, yeah, the water will flow. So this creep length will be equal to the 2 times the D1. Why we wrote the 2 times D1? Because the D1 will be the outer side and the inner side, so that will make it 2D1. Plus we have the here the horizontal length. It will add up to the B1 plus 2 times D3. So all the vertical creeps will add to the will be twice because outer side and the inner side plus sorry 2D1 plus B1 plus sorry 2D2 here plus B3 plus 2D3 plus 2D4. So this is our creep length. So now in this third assumption, the Bly says that there is no difference between the horizontal and the vertical creep. But there is a significant difference in the horizontal and the vertical creep, which was later proved by the Khosla. So these were the three assumptions of the Bly's creep theory that we understood in this lecture. So further about the Bly's creep theory that will be discussed in the next lecture. Until then, stay tuned and have a nice day.